Hey, Whisky Fancies, I'm Chris.
And I'm Kara.
Kara, what do you have today?
Today we have some blended scotch.
Ooh.
It is by Hunter Laing. Does that sound familiar a little bit?
Yeah.
Yep. We have a couple single barrels by Hunter Laing, but Hunter Laing, it broke off of the parent company, Douglas Laing, back in 2013.
Somewhere around there.
We don't get a lot of Hunter Laing here in the United States, but we do get some of the Douglas Laing offerings.
The Old Particular.
Old Particular.
And then, like their version of the blended where it's a timorous, the...
Big Pete.
Big Pete's.
Big Pete, and that one that Rock Island, or Rock Oyster used to be called.
Galdrins.
The Galdrins,
yeah.
A gorgeous bottle. So this piqued our interest because we're really into looking for where the value is in Scotch, and has blended malt increased in quality. So that piqued our interest. And honestly, when I saw these gorgeous labels, I was like, I kind of need to try that. So tell them where we found these bottles.
These were at Total Wine. They're not available in the United States yet, except for Total Wine. And there is 4 in the series, but the 4th one is not available yet. I'm hoping it will be. So
Yeah, it's not available in the States.
And
is it Iberian?
Iberian.
Yeah. We'll put it phonetically.
The Hybrid Islands.
There you go. Cool.
Yes. So anyway, this was, I think, a great value, but does the quality of the flavor profile match? Because they're supposed to be around $35, and I think because they're a new item, they're around $32.
Yeah.
So that's an automatic buy just to even try.
Yep.
Right.
These all 3 come in at 46%, and I went through the labeling, couldn't find it, so my guess is it is chill filtered. I don't know anything about the coloring because it wasn't stated, so you just have to assume they're doing whatever they really want to do. So that's
slightly different colorings, but some are darker, so we don't know. You never know.
There's no way to know, but I would love to know.
Yes. What would you love
taste?
To know?
So let's go in on the nose. We are going to go from your left to right. So we're going to start in on this Campbelltown.
It's very light, though. Okay, I'm not getting so much of a Campbelltown funk on the nose.
It's super chill and fruity.
Yeah.
Sometimes that heaviness, funky, heavy fruit layer. This is more bright.
It's almost like, sort of like a orange marmalade for sweetness.
Orange and lemon marmalade.
Something.
Like a mixture.
Yeah. Citrusy, but without that zing.
Yeah.
Can I just taste it?
Let's do it. Let's go in. I'm going to give that...
That's not a bad...
Did something hit your mid palate and then go... Whoosh?
Yeah, it went poof, be gone.
Hold on.
It was like a Scooby-Doo, like when he runs. It's like, phew, he's gone. It's just... Okay, but it had a very strong flavor on the mid palate. And then it was just...
It's very malty.
It is,
but not in a bad way.
I'm not getting the Campbelltown funk so much. It's not very pronounced. I'm getting actually more of like the wood undertone structures of like the barrel, but not the funk.
Yeah.
And I enjoy the funk. Get down with the funk.
This is not a bad malt.
For $32 or $35,
really cheap.
It's not.
It's blended.
If you can't get a Campbelltown, it's a blend. I'm not against blends. I actually enjoy blends. But it's just, it doesn't have that...
I think I know what it is.
To me. What is that?
I think it has to do with the thinness on the palate that makes it just disappear really fast. Though it's very... the flavors range is very clamped.
Yeah.
And I think it has... The texture is really lacking a little bit. I wouldn't say it's horrible. It's just a little bit thinner than you would expect at 46%.
Yeah.
And I kind of chalk that up to the chill filtering. Based on the texture, it feels like it's chill filtered.
It is. It's very watery.
Some people like to have a clear whiskey and not have cloudiness. And at 46%, you run that risk of getting cloudy and putting the average consumer off. But if you're not an average consumer and you are a Scotch drinker, that Scotch mix won't put you off.
Yeah.
So that's the only... But this is at $35 price point. They are definitely hitting like the mass consumer. So I understand why they chill filtered it. It's just a bummer on the palate.
It is, and I feel like a little let down because of that. Ooh, a Campbelltown. You normally see a lot of those, right? But then at the same time, you're like, you paid $35.
Well,
so what was I expecting? A Ferrari?
Yeah.
No, I might have gotten a Pinto, but you know what?
That's
it
okay.
runs. It runs.
As long as you don't get rear-ended, right?
True.
Okay.
Don't brake real hard, folks.
So it's not disappointing horribly because of the price, but manage your expectations. I would love to know what the rest of them taste like, though.
Oh, for sure.
So let's go on to the Highland.
Let's do it. Oh, I love this nose, though.
This is a little bit more musty or heavy
It is.
fruit, maybe like a stewed apricot or something.
But like a juiciness.
Oh yeah. Oh,
It's a juicy little bottle.
You know when you make a peach pie or peach crumble, like that when it's
I
really,
don't,
okay,
but
when it's really hot and
understand.
it's really hot and bubbly and you can smell it.
Yeah.
That's what it reminds me of. It's like it's still there.
Okay, if this doesn't live up on the palate,
I'm gonna be sad.
yeah, because it smells so
It
great.
smells fun. Cheers.
Mm. Wait a minute. Well, that's different. None of that on the nose is on the palate. Like it got different.
It's more weird. Okay, hold
Okay,
on.
it has a slight sourness on the finish. Did you get that? Like, now this is gonna sound weird, but I grew up with a younger brother.
Please don't.
Okay,
I know where you're
never
going.
mind. Like sour socks.
I knew you were going to say that. Dang
Sour
it.
sweaty socks. So I on the nose,
I love the nose.
I was like, oh, this is a winner. Just right away. And then it kind of went like down a hill. And I mean like a large hill, like with a rock ravine at the bottom.
Is it the one where you
just-
start running down the hill and it's a little steeper than you thought and you tumble and you basically fall down the hill head over heels?
Basically like those cheese wheel things.
I understand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, if this had the funkiness in the Campbelltown, I would expect it. But there's a funkiness into it that I would not expect.
It's not quite heather. It's not quite.
No.
It's not quite grasses, but it
No.
almost is a grassiness. It's.
With sweaty sour socks.
I don't get the sourness.
For my younger
thank
brother.
God. But okay, so let's hope that the Isla journey can
I'm hoping.
can bail us out. So let's go in for the nose. Okay, that's got that beautiful soft
I'm
smoke.
in love again.
That has a nice soft smoke.
It does, but it has almost like a coal brick at the end.
Yeah, coals, like hot coals.
Like you had doused it with fire, and you know, and it's like not fire with water. I'm saying the opposite, fire and water.
You douse a fire with water, and you get that.
and then from the
that white
coals.
smoke. Yeah,
Oh, that smells nice.
yeah, coals more than tar.
Yeah,
more than
it's
anything.
more from coals. Like you had extinguished them.
And there's a little strangeness on the back.
Yeah, slight funky.
I don't know what that is, but
Yeah.
I think the only way to find out is to drink it.
It's almost like cedar. Cedar.
Burnt wood. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Cheers.
It's just peat and then a softness, but the malt never shines through.
It has a tinge, just a very slight tinge
front.
of vegetal on the peat on the finish.
Yeah.
Just a tinge. Not iodine, more like grilled vegetable, but not like a bunch of it. Just a teeny bit. I get grilled asparagus on what product was that recently? A special edition of Ardbeg, right? I got grilled asparagus on the palate, on the finish. Anywho,
I remember.
a little bit like that, but not as intense. I'm not really sure what to think about these, but I think the target market of just your average Scotch drinker for that price range, and the fact that they're chill filtering it. If you taste it, it feels like that they are.
Yeah.
I think these are good beginner scotches for people that want to dip their toe in, and these are like an average representation of that region, minus the Campbelltown. The Campbelltown, I think, is a little too safe.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, I think this is a good introductory to regions of Scotland. If you're an advanced Scotch drinker and you like a little bit of funkiness, you like things that are challenging, just go ahead and walk right past these.
Yeah.
This is just not for you. the palate is just too middle of the road, too average, I think.
I do have to say there are some other budget Scotch blends that we've enjoyed more.
A lot more.
But around the $40-ish mark. 40 to 45 on the normal. Yes.
I thought they were up to 60.
There's
some of them.
We haven't had to...
Okay, so what we're going to do is, in the future, we're going to pair these with another blended Scotch from the similar region and do in a blind and see if maybe we're just not giving Hunter Laing a fair shake. So we'll do that in a blind.
But I wouldn't probably recommend these to people. I would actually give them a higher price point for a blended Scotch, to be honest. I would.
I think these are just missing the mark, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So, have you guys seen these Hunter Laing journeys in your Total Wine, or have you had a chance to try them? Give us your opinion down below. And while you're there, please hit that like button. If you like what we're doing on Whiskey Fancies, subscribe to the channel, turn on your notifications, and you'll be notified of when the next video is available. Well, I don't know about you, but I wish I fancied this whiskey.
I'm not fancying them so much, but you know what? Maybe I will. I don't know. Let's see if
blend the
three wrongs, will they make a right? I don't know. I mean...
I think it just makes more whiskey.
If you end up in a cul-de-sac, just turn around. You got to give it, a little bit of room to mingle and stuff.
I like that words of wisdom. If you end up in a cul-de-sac, just turn around.
Well, that's better, actually.
Cheers.
Cheers.